this season, the Georgia defense has been its usual stingy self, allowing an SEC low 13 points per game and 4.3 yards per play. The Dogs have led the conference in scoring defense the last 2 seasons. The last school to do that 3 years in a row was Bama from 15 through 17. The Tide's defensive coordinator back in 2015 was no other than Kirby Smart. And joining us now, a member of that stingy Dogs defense, Kamari Lassiter. Kamari, we were just talking to you a little bit off camera, and I asked you, there's no way that Kirby didn't actually know who Miley Cyrus was, right? And you were like, no, I really don't think there's a reason for him to. So who is Kirby's go-to musical artist?
Probably Quavo. You know, he be at the games a lot, so I think he listens to a lot of Quavo.
That's a good answer.
Quavo, really?
I think so.
All right, so if we give you, well, we can't say the aux chord, but if it's your time to control the playlist, what are you booting up first?
Young Boy. That's all I'm playing is Young Boy.
Young Boy?
Popular answer.
That is popular.
That's all I'm playing.
That's a consensus.
And Ski Yee's a popular answer these days, too. No,
not with me.
Kamari's not about Ski Yee. All right, Kamari, let's talk about your defense going into this game against Kentucky. What was the pregame speech like from Coach Smart?
Really, we were just talking about having connected physicality all the entire game, you know, just coming out fast, being physical, and just starting out fast and just trying to execute the whole game.
Coming out of that Auburn game, I know you guys weren't happy about the way the game went down the stretch. What was the conversation among you and your teammates as far as then being able to put off the kind of performance you did against Kentucky?
Really just trying to get better, you know, just going back to the stuff that we worked on day one, you know, in fall camp and off season, just trying to get back to the same way that we were connected during that time, just trying to, you know, find ways to be connected on the field on Saturdays.
Hey, after you guys played Kentucky, a dominant display from defensively from you guys, what was the thing that really most impressed you after watching the film?
I would just say, you know, after we all made plays, you could just see guys as on the sideline. You can see guys, you know, on the field just happy to see each other making plays. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, you know, me personally as a player, like whenever I make a play or whenever I see one of my teammates make a play, you know, you always want to see other guys' reaction and you want to see how excited guys are for you to make plays.
And kind of speaking of that, you know, we talk so much about how impressive it is, not only for your defense, but for this Georgia offense, really the whole team year after year, to have the depth that it has. And you guys consistently have young guys who are stepping up, who understand what it is to wear the red and black there in Athens. How do you guys cultivate that sort of culture as the leaders on this team for those young guys?
You know, we always say the thing, like, if you're on the field, you're a starter. So, you know, if you it doesn't really matter your age, as long as you come in, work every day, put in the work, and you earn the chance to be on the field, then you're considered a starter at Georgia. So, you know, just to have that mentality, it helps a lot, you know, especially with younger guys just being able, you know, because we have a lot of talented younger guys that can play and help us in different ways on the team.
When it comes to you personally, a lot of people were excited about you having a big season this year, breakout year. I know you were excited to get healthy and get back out there. What are some of the things that you've been focused on in your game before you take the next step?
Really just trying to be more of a vocal guy, vocal leader out there. You know, I'm getting older in my years of Georgia, so I just really want to be able to, you know, just help the other guys, you know, the younger guys, know the way like the older guys whenever I was younger taught me.
I've been on a lot of great defenses, and one of the things that we all got together as players, we talked about, man, even though we had a great defensive effort from the previous game, what can we do to take it to the next level? So I'm going to ask you, you guys have been dominant over the past few years, but it's all about your last performance. What are the conversations like amongst you and your teammates as far as how can we separate ourselves as the team, the dominant defense ever?
So basically, you know, every Monday afternoon after the games, we go to the doctor basically, and, you know, we evaluate the film. We talk about the things that we did well, and then we really talk about the things that we did poorly. So, you know, after this game, you know, we still have a lot of things that we want to work on. You know, we still want to get better in the red area. We still want to get better, you know, with our tackling and stuff up front, and things that we need to work on the back end as well. So we have a lot of things that we need to work on just to be the elite defense that we want to be at the end of the season.
How's Mom doing?
She's doing really good.
Good. I wanted to ask you about her, but I didn't know if, you know, it was if it was, you know, too personal. I don't want to put too much out there.
You could have asked me about it. I love talking about Mom.
What is she? What are her best words of wisdom before your games?
So her best words of wisdom before the game is her prayer. So, like, before every game, I'll find her, and then we'll get off to like a corner on the field or whatever, and we'll just say her prayer. She'll ask me, she'll be like, Kamari, like, what are you praying for this game? And then I'll tell her, and then she'll just pray over me, and then I just leave everything else in God's hands.
I love that. Well, we love watching your relationship with Mom. She seems so great.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Hey, I got a lot of respect for Kirby. We came out around the same time. One of the best motivational speakers I've ever heard. What's one of the things that the best motivational talks that you've heard him give that we probably don't know in public?
So one of my favorite ones was last year, Tennessee. He gave us a really good speech. Every game he gives us a really good speech. Like, I'm always ready to run through a wall, after he talked before the game. But last year, Tennessee, it was pretty different. And then I'm sure the one that everybody kind of knows is the 2021 Florida game at halftime.
Yep.
That was one that had everybody just ready to go. Yeah, that was probably the best one I had, though.
Are you guys required to be Philadelphia Eagles fans now with the amount of your teammates that you guys have sent up there to Philly?
I mean, it's hard not to be a Philly Dogs fan whenever you got so many teammates just drafted there. I had like 3 or 4 guys get drafted there that were really close to me just last year, so I'm always going to be rooting for the Philly Dogs.
The Philly Dogs, yeah.
Philly Dogs.
That's very fitting, especially as of late. Kamari, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck this weekend and for the rest of the season.
Thank y'all.